Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're coming back with another great eShop deals video. Now, the holiday sales might be over, but that doesn't mean there aren't still some amazing games available on sale on the Nintendo Switch eShop. And if you're new to the channel, or maybe you just picked up a Switch for the holidays, well, at least once a week, I go through the list of eShop deals and try to pick out my favorite games available on sale on the eShop right now. So not are all the games on this list pretty much great games, but also they're available at a fraction of their normal price. So anyway, as we go through the video, if you do like what you're seeing, please do hit the like button. It really does help out a lot. And subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. So for the first game on our list, Donut Country, right now it's on sale. If you're watching this video just as it comes out, there's still 20 hours available on this deal, so most of you will probably be able to pick it up. And right now it is 70% off at only $3.89, and this is an excellent laid-back puzzle platformer. Basically, you control a hole, and your point is to basically suck up everything on screen. The hole gets bigger the more stuff you suck up, and basically solving the puzzle is basically figuring out what you need to absorb first to allow you to get big enough to get everything that's on screen. It's a far out concept, but trust me, it is tons of fun, and at 70% off, this is an awesome time to pick up the game. So if you're looking for something laid back but fun nonetheless, try out Donut Country. Now the next game on our list is also on sale for another 11 hours, and that is Octopath Traveler. Currently it is 50% off at only $29.99. Now this is an amazing retro styled JRPG. If you're a JRPG fan, Octopath Traveler has to be on your list of games to play because it is great cel-shaded graphics, but at the same time it is an amazing gameplay style. And really, Octopath Traveler, it's what reanimated the JRPG retro style in the last couple of years. And normally this game sells easy at its full $60 price. So getting it for 50% off at $29.99 is one heck of a deal right now. Now, like I said, there's 11 hours left, so you should be able to pick this up if you watch the video as it's going up. Now, that was pretty much it for the games that the deals only had less than a day left. Now, pretty much every other game on this list will have multiple days left, so no matter when you pick up this video, you'll be able to get them on sale. And the next one I want to take a look at is Dead by Daylight. Now, this is an awesome twist on the horror survival type of gameplay because it is a 1v4 type of game, and it is amazing, especially if you're playing with friends. Basically, one person plays the killer, 4 people play the survivors, and the point of the game is to basically escape the stage. You can either work as a group or work individually. It's all up to you, and basically your success will depend on what strategies you're using. If you're playing the killer, well, it's simple. Your point is to kill all the players before they manage to escape. As I said, this is an awesome game, and at 50% off for only $14.99, it's actually an awesome time to pick it up, especially if you can convince, like I said, a couple of friends to pick it up along with you, because you'll see it's even better when you're playing with people you know. Now, the next game on my list is one of my favorite all-time kart racers on the Nintendo Switch, and that is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. And what's amazing about this game is that right now there is a game trial on. What that means is that you can download this game and play it fully to see if you like it before deciding to buy it. And then if you do decide to purchase it, the even better news is that it's 50% off for only $19.99. And don't be mistaken, this isn't just a Mario Kart with Crash Bandicoot characters. Crash Team Racing, although it looks on the surface like just another kart racer, I find is much deeper and much more complex than Mario Kart. Mario Kart is a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's done in a party format, meaning that anyone can pick up a controller and within a few races be semi-competitive. However, Crash Team Racing is the complete opposite. You really got put time and effort into learning the tracks and the mechanics, and it is really a game that rewards skill and is not as easy to pick up as Mario Kart. Now, that might turn off some people, but for a lot of other people that like deeper racers, it'll actually attract them. So, if that's your type of gameplay, try Crash Team Racing. It's an amazing game. Now, the next game on the list is another great JRPG, and that is Ys 8. Now, the Ys series is another classic JRPG series, but done by Nippon Ishi, And right now it is 60% off for only $23.99. And if you want a game that you'll be able to sink a lot of hours into and a really complete RPG storyline, well, Ys 8 is one of the best RPGs to come out in the last few years. It's not my overall favorite, but it is definitely a great entry. And right now, with the RPGs that are on sale, I would say it's between this and Octopath Traveler for the best one on sale. So if you played Octopath Traveler, pick up Ys 8, you won't be disappointed, and vice versa. Now the next game on the list is actually an awesome collection, and that is the Bioshock Collection. Right now it is 40% off, making it only $29.99, and in this you get 3 awesome Bioshock games. Now Bioshock is ultimately done in an FPS type style, but it also is sort of a twist on a horror survival. It's a mix between, I would say, horror survival and FPS gameplay. However, I would say more geared towards the action FPS than the horror genre, but nonetheless, there are some creepy parts of the game that will really, play with your mind. But nonetheless, if you've never played Bioshock, it is a great series, and right now at under $10 per game, it is a great time to get into the collection at $29.99, as I said earlier. Now the next game on our list is going to be Axiom Verge, and now this is a great 2D platform shooter. And honestly, it's probably one of the best available on the Switch. And right now at 60% off for only $7.99, so under $10, it's a great experience. It's not an easy game, however, so you have to be ready for a certain level of challenge. But if you're looking for a great 2D platform shooter, every time Axiom Verge is on sale, it pretty much makes my list. So that can just point you in the direction that this is one great 2D shooter. Now, while we're on the subject of shooters and FPSs, well, we have one of the best FPSs available on the Switch right now, Crysis Remastered, that is also on sale. And at 40% off for only $17.99, this is a great deal because this game actually just came out just a few months ago. And this is more a straightforward action shooter, so if you're looking for a really good FPS action shooter, Crysis Remastered is a great place to look. And for years, people were asking the question, can the Switch run Crysis? Because this game used to chew up GPUs when it came out. Well, the answer is yes, and on top of it, it can play the remastered version. So not only can it play Crysis, but it can play a great version of Crysis. We're actually getting a really, really awesome port of the game. Now, the next game on our list is XCOM 2 Collection. Now, the XCOM 2 Collection is an amazing strategy shooter series. So basically, rather than an action shooter, this time you have really strategy gameplay. You're basically in charge of the resistance, trying to take back the planet that's been overrun by aliens. And honestly, it really is an amazing collection. Of course, the Switch version, the graphics have been tuned down a little bit, and there are a few frame rate issues at some parts of the gameplay, but since overall this is a strategy shooter, it really doesn't affect your gameplay or your experience that much. And at only $19.99, this is another game that if you look at the hours you can put into it for the price you're paying, it's an amazing value. Now, if we're looking for more of a classical strategy game, well, we have one of the most revered strategy RPGs from the PlayStation 2 era, which is Disgaea 1, and we get the complete edition on the Switch. Now, it is 60% off, bringing the price down to $19.99. Now, if you're looking at a game that you can sink hundreds of hours into, Disgaea could be something to look at. You don't have to sink that many hours into, but it is a very grindy game. So that is a warning I'm going to give you. This is really a classical strategy RPG, which means that you're going to have to do a lot of grinding to progress throughout the game. But that grinding does pay off with some crazy over-the-top moves, actions, and also characters. On top of it, there's some great humor in the game. The storyline is actually very compelling. It's done in a very anime style of gameplay. So if you want to look at a strategy RPG that's going to take you hours and hours, Disgaea 1 is an excellent place to look at. We're going to see that the fourth one is on sale as well, but the price is a little higher. So if you're sort of unsure, start with the first one. If not, you can jump right into the fourth one. So the next game I want to take a look at really quickly is the Samurai Shodown reboot that is right now on sale for 40% off for $29.99. Now, if you're looking for a game to get into online competitively, this could be your game. In my opinion, there are some better 2D fighters on the Switch, but nonetheless, this can be a really solid entry for anyone looking for some competitive online play. If you're looking for just some local play though, there's a better collection right now. It's a little more retro, but in my opinion, it's a better value than this Samurai Shodown game. However, if you're looking for online play, this should be the one you're looking for if you're looking for a game on sale this week. And talking about that other collection, well, here it is. It is the Samurai Shodown Neo Geo Collection. Right now it is 50% off at only $19.99, and you get 7 excellent Samurai Shodown 2D fighters. Now, of course, they're much more retro than the previous game that we just looked at, but at the same time, I personally prefer the gameplay in these versions than the reboot, but I'm sort of a lover of those classic fighting games. But if you love the Street Fighter 35th Anniversary Collection, you're probably also going to love this Samurai Shodown Neo Geo Collection. And what's great about these is a lot of people actually have never played these games since they were locked to the Neo Geo. But nonetheless, you get 7 games for $19.99. It is excellent value right now. Now, I'm only going to gloss over it. I mentioned it quickly earlier, but as I said, Disgaea 4 is also on sale. It's pretty much very similar gameplay to Disgaea 1, but it's a new storyline. There's more characters. It's a little bit of an evolved gameplay. It is on sale right now for 40% off at $29.99, which is why I said that if you're unsure about this JRPG series, start with the first one. If you really love it, eventually you can move on to the fourth one. If you know you're already into the series, jump straight to the fourth one. You're getting a more evolved package, and the extra $10 is just worth it. Now, the next game on our list, which is Dungeonoid, is for a classic arcade fan. Basically, I just reviewed this game, so if you want a complete review on it, check out my video. It came out just yesterday, but basically Dungeonoid is a twist on the classic Arkanoid gameplay style. It is done, however, with some RPG elements thrown in that really evolves the gameplay to help you sort of stay motivated and stay involved in the game. And honestly, I really had tons of fun with it. And at its awesome price, even at full price at $6.99 when I bought it, I found that the value was amazing. So right now at 35% off for only $4.54, it is an excellent time to pick up this game if you're a fan of classic arcade games. However, the game isn't perfect. Check out my review. There are maybe a couple of frustrating elements, but nonetheless, it overall is a great game. Now, the next game on our list is another amazing 2D action shooter, and that is Valfaris. It is 55% off, bringing the price down to only $11.24, and this is another great game that is some great value and some great gameplay. Honestly though, if it's between this and Axiom Verge, I do prefer slightly Axiom Verge, but Valfaris does have its own advantages. The graphics I do find are a little bit better in Valfaris, but I prefer the gameplay in Axiom Verge. But nonetheless, if you've played one of the games or the other, or simply this game just looks better to you, don't feel bad. Either one of these are excellent choices. Now, we are getting pretty close to the end of the list, but the next game I want to take a look at is Metagal. Metagal is probably as close as you can get to a Mega Man clone without actually infringing on the property, but it is nonetheless done with some amazing love and care for the classic series. This time, however, the protagonist is a female, which is awesome to see, but the gameplay is just as fun and just as classic. And on top of it, you can't beat this price. Normally, even at $4.99, I find that this game is a steal. Well, at $2.99, this is an amazing offering. So if you're looking for an awesome retro 2D platform shooter, Metagal is probably the cheapest game on this week's list that is really gonna hit that spot. So far, all the 2D platformers we were looking at have been shooters. However, I had to find at least one great melee-based action platformer, and that will be Slain Back from Hell. Now, this game not only has some great gameplay, but it also has some great music, and it's done more in a Castlevania-esque melee style. So if you're looking for a great 2D platformer, but rather than being a shooter, you like better melee combat, well, Slain Back to Hell is probably one of the best games on the list for this week for you. And at 75% off for only $4.99, well, it's a great game at a great price. Now, the last game on our list for this week is going to be Radio Squid. Now, this is an amazing game done in a retro Game Boy style. And this game actually was just recently on my list of 10 awesome games to pick up, even at its full eShop price. Because even at $4.99, I find this game to be excellent value. So right now at 40% off for only $2.99, well, it's just a no-brainer. You've got to pick it up. The only sort of downside this game has is that it's not long enough. It's a short game. After only 2 or 3 hours, you'll most likely be done with the game. But nonetheless, the stages are done in an awesome retro style with a lot of fun and a lot of care put into the game. And if its only problem is that it's too short, well, it's still worth it at only $3. So that is pretty much it for today's video. Now, as usual, I know that there are some games that I probably overlooked or missed, and I love to hear from all of you, so if I did, leave it down in the comments. I love checking out new games that I maybe missed this week. Also, there are rumors that maybe some first-party titles will be getting a post-holiday sale, so if ever those titles come out, I check the eShop each and every day, and if it does happen, I'm going to be making a special edition video just for those titles, so don't worry, I'm going to be keeping a lookout for all of you. Now, as I said at the beginning of the video, don't forget that if you did like what you saw, please do hit the like button, it really helps a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when all my videos come out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.